how are you all this evening? I was asked to come on here and to show you how to do puppy pose. So, puppy pose is a lovely relaxing type of pose that you can do after different postures to give your body a break, to catch your breath, and just to check in with yourself and see how are you in this moment. It's also a lovely one to do when you are pregnant. It's a lovely one to do if you've had a stressful day and you want to get some back relief in that. So I'm just going to start off on all fours, so if you'd like to follow me. Now, so here we go on all fours, and you want to keep your feet down flat. You want to have your knees stacked, or your hips stacked above your knees, and you want to have your hands, your elbows and your shoulders all in line with one another. I'm just going to go back a little bit further to give myself a bit of room. Space is a little bit tight in this room here. Okay, so we're going to have your knees shoulder width apart, okay? And what we're going to do is, we're just going to slowly, make sure your hips are over your knees. We're going to slowly start reaching forward, okay? All the way down. Take a few breaths here. This pose is a really nice pose for creating space in between your shoulder blades and in your back. Now some of you might find it a little bit difficult to get all the way down, or you may not want to have your nose kind of pressing against the mat, and if you do have difficulty with that, just use one of these blocks, or you can use a book. Pop down your block here. I'll move my hair out of the way. And again, we're going to have the hips over the knees, and we're going to start leaning forward all the way down. So people who have difficulty with range of movement don't have to kind of overstretch themselves, because it's all about being kind to yourself and knowing where your limitations are. So if you need a block, then go ahead and use a block. And then as time progresses, you'll find that your tightness in your back and your different areas will loosen up, and over time you might be able to change the block to a book, then a smaller book, and then just go onto the mat. So down we go. I'll move back a little bit more. So it's a lovely deep stretch. And I'm going to try it again without the block. It's a lovely heart opener. They call it a heart melter, because you're bringing your heart down to the floor. And I love this because it's really just checking in with yourself, okay? So we'll try it one more time. We're going to check to see that the hips are over the knees, and we're going to lean forward. You want to make sure as well that the core is always engaged, okay? So don't go floppy on the core. Pull your navel back into the back of your back and keep that engaged at all times. Otherwise it's going to go floppy and you don't get the best results then from doing this puppy dog pose. What you want to do afterwards is that you want to counteract the puppy dog pose, because it's a bit of a back bend. So how we're going to do that is we're going to do the cat pose, which I showed you in my previous video. The cat pose is, you have your hips over your knees, called stacking the bones. You want to have your hands shoulder width apart, your knees shoulder width apart, and you want to have your elbows not turned this way but turned in the ways, okay? You're going to spread your fingers wide apart with the pressure coming down from your shoulders, through your elbows, into your wrists, but you want to feel the pressure on your middle finger. So you're slightly going to lean forward and feel it on the middle finger rather than feel it all on your wrist. If you feel it all on your wrist, then you're doing it wrong and you're going to put extra pressure on your wrists, okay? So you're going to lean a little bit forward, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to drop the head. We're going to pull the navel up into the belly, and we're going to tuck in our tailbone and reach our back all the way up to the sky. All the way. And your shoulders, pull yourself out of your sockets all the way. Take a few breaths here. Oh, I just got a lovely crack on my neck there. So nice. Another thing you can do is wriggle your bum. Wriggle your neck. And then we're going to sit down into child's pose, which is a lovely, lovely pose to finish up your yoga session with and just to come back into your body again. So we're going to put our big toes together and we're just going to lean back. Tuck in your tailbone, actually, it's a really nice thing. Rather than kind of going straight back and not tucking in your tailbone, you get more benefit when you tuck in your tailbone because you get a bit more of a stretch going up the back, okay? It's just one of the ones that I like to do myself. So I'm going to just tuck in my tailbone and lean back. Keep the tailbone tucked in, keep it tucked in. Keep your hands there where they are. Keep them tucked in and down onto your hunkers. Now, if you have an issue with coming down onto your hunkers, what you can do is you can fold up a blanket, put it underneath the bridge of your foot there, or you can fold up your mat like this at the back and put your feet at the back of your mat with the cushion turned up, and that will give you a little bit more support. Or if you like, you can just use a blanket. So I just pop this blanket here. And also, some people might have a bit of difficulty with getting all the way down in a child's pose. There's always ways that we can change every single pose to suit every single person, no matter what they're going through, okay? So what you can do is you can use like another cushion like this. You know, you can buy these in Lidl, they're really, really good. Or just another little cushion. Prop it up as high as you want, okay? Because this is all about being comfortable in your own skin and being comfortable in doing your yoga so that it's a really lovely, relaxing experience. It's just, yoga's lovely for being kind to yourself and just giving yourself some love. So, I can pop this down here if I like, just to prop myself up. My toes touching together. And I'm just going to lean down like this. Another thing you can do in child's pose, which is really, really nice, is if you have like a big, huge pillow, or if you have like one of the pregnancy pillows, the really long ones, you put it down in front of you and you can just wrap your arms around it. It's lovely, just, oh, one of those poses that you know that you're mothering yourself in that moment. So I'll just show you here. So if you had a really big cushion, you just put your arms around it, and if you're pregnant you can do this too. Just what you do is you create a wider space. So put your knees out further, either side of the mat, however wide that you need it. And then you prop yourself down with a little bump, or if you want to put like another pillow down low under the bump, you can do that. And just relax into it. You can put your head down to the side if you like, if it's more comfortable. Oh my God, I'm not joking you, I could actually stay here. But I can't, because I have got to move on and finish up and go on to my next pose with you guys. So, I hope you enjoyed that video today. I hope you can hear me okay, because I do have to get one of those microphones. So what we did today was, we did our puppy pose. Then we did our cat pose to counteract our puppy pose. And then we did our child's pose. And any of these poses, guys, you can use at any time in your practice. They're really, really lovely, and they're particularly lovely to start off doing your practice doing that if you like, just to kind of settle into your space, check in to see how you're doing. And it's also lovely to finish off your poses and your practice in those particular poses as well, just to kind of slow down the heart rate, come back into your body, give yourself a lot of gratitude and love for actually getting on your mat and doing some yoga today. So namaste everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If there are any more poses that you'd like me to do, please feel free to ask. Okay, take care and goodbye.